Hey guys, this week we're going to be making some wood butter, which is a food-safe finish for all your food-related products, of course. Your cutting boards, your wooden spoons, or anything of that nature that's going to be coming into contact with food. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of BS with AJ. As I said before, this week we're going to be making a food-safe wood finish, which is called wood butter. We're going to be using two separate wood finishes that you can use separately on their own, which is going to be mineral oil and beeswax. Now these two on their own do a really good job, but I like to combine them because it really makes your wood pop, and I like it. I just like it a lot. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and find you some food grade mineral oil. You should be able to pick this up at your local drugstore, or you can order it online, whichever you prefer. You can also order beeswax online if you'd like to, but I definitely suggest you go to your local beekeeper and try to help them out, because it's really always a good thing to help out your local beekeeper. And also you can get some really good honey, and it's local, so it'd be good for your allergies and stuff. I definitely suggest that. We are going to be using our own beeswax because we add bees, of course. And so we've got our own beeswax, so we know it's organic, we know it's, whatever. So we know it's going to be food safe, we know it's going to be great. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and gather up all the items you're going to need for this project. We have our food grade mineral oil, which we got from a local drugstore, and we also have our beeswax, which we got from our bees. We took the cappings from whenever we got the honey and pulled off of them, and we melted it down and got quite a bit of this. This is just a little chunk right here. And we're going to be using a small jar. This is just an old pimento jar that we decided to keep. And you're going to need a pan, and you're going to use your pan as like a double boiler on the stove. So let's go ahead and weigh this. We have 4 grams. Well, it's fluctuating between 3 and 4. We'll call it 4 because if it's fluctuating, it's got to be close to it. So we have 4 grams of our beeswax. We're going to use a ratio of 4 to 1. The honey bee wax is going to be 1 part, and then we're going to use 4 parts of our mineral oil. So we have 4 grams of beeswax. We're going to use 16 grams of mineral oil. So we're going to go ahead and weigh this out. Go ahead and put all the stuff into this jar, and then we're basically just going to heat it up on the stove and let it all melt and mix it together, and then you're going to set it to the side and let it cool. So let's go ahead and get started in that process now. Alright, I got a few different types of wood here that we're going to be putting this finish on to see how it changes things. This is a piece of pine, we have a piece of red oak here, some walnut, and this is some acacia wood. So if you're using this for a brand new project that you made, or a brand new cutting board that you just bought, or something like that, I definitely suggest putting a real good thick coat on it, letting it soak in for a little bit, wiping off the excess, letting it dry overnight or something, and then putting another coat on it to make sure it seals it real well. If you're doing this, like anytime you go to clean or something like that, make sure and go ahead and put another coat on it to make sure it just seals the wood really well. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and consider supporting BS with AJ on Patreon so we can do bigger and better projects for you guys. Also, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll make sure and answer them to the best of my knowledge. And I hope to see you next week.